right, so now we're going to talk about the perfect push-up position, plank, or half plank, whatever you want to call it, but we're going to talk about the perfect plank. So the plank is an exercise that just about everyone knows, but again, I just see a lot of people doing it wrong. So I want to make sure that we are actually engaging the right muscles, that way you're training the right things and you don't hurt yourself. So again, you can do this, you can do this in a half kneeling position, a full push-up position, or today, we're going to work that half plank position. So before we get started, it's really important to understand how our core works and how our hips work. They're kind of linked. So I'm going to do it in this position. I want you to get really long from your belly and try to scoop as much of your back as possible. So this is extension. We're going to reach, 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 push those hips back. And when we can't push anymore, I want you to pull your belly button or think about turning or rotating your hips forward to your chest. To do this, the only way to do this is to really use that midsection and learning how to engage it. So we're going to stretch and relax, and then we're going to shorten and contract and squeeze and almost scoop our body in the opposite direction. So it's like a scoop and another scoop. Open and close. Now we're trying to understand or connect how to actually control our hips and our core. So now that we understand how to do that, we can apply it to our plank, because most people are kind of floppy and all over the place when they do their plank. We want to make sure that when we are doing a plank, we're as stable and as braced as possible. So to do so, we want to make sure that there's tension everywhere. Everything's locked up and everything's set. So let's start off with the things that are going to be touching the ground. My forearms are going to be pinned into the floor and they're going to screw in. So my right hand's going to screw in clockwise, my left hand's going to screw in counterclockwise. And all that means is I'm setting my elbow and shoulder into a strong position. So I'm thinking about kind of pulling the floor apart and really using my bicep and shoulders and back to do so. Then I'm going to pop my hips up and pull and get that little bit of tuck so I can feel and experience that tight belly. Once my belly gets tight, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, lock that, and then think about really sending energy through my heels and making this thing as tight as possible. My head's back, and literally I'm thinking about someone stepping on my back when I do that plank. So when I do these exercises, oftentimes we're only holding these exercises for maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds to ensure that you are maximally contracting and really engaging every muscle that you have, rather than holding a not so good position for 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes.